This video is about slavery. I have many videos about slavery and what went down on the slave ship, but I was gonna post Goodbye Uncle Tom. I did post a clip of Goodbye Uncle Tom when they had that dinner table. A lot of y'all didn't view it, but you should. That's one of my hated and most favorite hated movies ever, because it really gives you a glimpse on how the white man treated the slaves when we came over here and before. It goes into how basically when you was on the slave ship, and if two slaves or one slave got sick, the whole line would be thrown overboard into the sea, because y'all basically cargo. And dysentery was a real big problem when crossing the sea. You know, like, look up dysentery. Ain't nobody got time to explain what dysentery is to you. So anyway, when a slave would get sick, they would basically, if you train to like 8, 9 other people, dysentery, everybody catches it. It's communal. So if I get dysentery, that means John over here about to get dysentery, Frank about to get dysentery, everybody, the whole line about to get dysentery, so they gotta be thrown over into the ocean. Everybody chained together, alive, whatever. Bye. Also, the video shows about how men will be plugged. So if you got sick or had diarrhea, this is how they stop dysentery too. You got the diarrhea, and I'm talking about the runs. They would basically feed you cornmeal, honey, syrup, I can't remember what else, and they would take a plug and plug you, you know, in your rectum. So you couldn't bowel out onto the ship no more and get everybody else sick. Also, if a slave tried to commit suicide, like starving himself and he ain't want to eat, they would take a large spoon, bust open your front teeth, knock all these out, shove the spoon down your throat with the cornmeal, the honey, and the syrup, whatever. Now, this is all raw. Ain't no flavor to none of this shit. It's straight cornmeal, no chaser, straight honey, and syrup. So all of this, it ain't got high fructose, ain't got no preservatives, ain't none of that back in the day. They knocked your teeth out, shoved a wooden spoon down your throat, and force-fed your ass the stuff. So then you would be constipated, but you wasn't throwing up and you wasn't pooping. So that's all that mattered, because you plugged up. Remember, your butthole plugged up with the cork. It's like a cork, like a champagne bottle, but bigger for a butthole. I got a video of that I was going to post. I obviously can't post that. Oh, man, you were deliced, whatever. You were dusted off. You would go to the Fort Batista when you got off the slave ship. You would have to be dunked in this special chemical that would kill any kind of problem, the bugs you had or whatever, skin disease, hair loss, all that stuff. And then they put this talcum powder on you. Then they take you to a veterinarian. It's a doctor, but he a veterinarian, because remember, you an animal. So you get chained back up, you butt naked through all of this, right? They get you to the veterinarian. The black man going this way, the black woman going that way, the kids going in another door. So now your asses are separated. You're separated doing all this. It's crazy. They take you in there. They get to touching, licking all in your mouth, touching you. They judge slaves also by their growing, their private area, and their teeth. So if you had good teeth, oh yeah, you good. Oh, you gonna be working real. You're a real hard worker. And if you big and strong, you a buck. Oh yeah, it's going down. So they got a lot of things for your ass when you get to the plantation. They would flip the babies upside down, open them up, like looking their booty hole, looking their little whatever. They touched the man's private sacks and studied and looked at that with tweezers, and they would get them hard so they could see, okay, what he working with, so we know where to put him and how many, is he going to be a good breeder slave. So mind you, we going through all of this. Now mind you, black women and black men are on the slave ship together. We're together, chained up on a slave ship for 8. Now they like, oh, people think, oh no, this took about a couple months to get to America. No, Nah. You on this ship 6 to 8 months up to a year. You can be on this slave ship up to a year. You can. Because remember, the slave traders had to take stops. So we might have to stop Cape somewhere, over here, over there, drop people off in Europe, drop people off Puerto Rico. All that, we going everywhere. Some ships, the good ship Jesus, I'm pretty sure had one destination. That's to take your black ass to Babylon, aka America. But everybody, you know, ships is dropping, porting, whatever. South Africa. That's the biggest port with South Africa. The bottom. You got Cape Town. It's just so much stuff I know about the slave trade. So, boom. Our black asses on the boat. We get to the plantation. We get to America. They start selling us, putting us up on the podium to be sold off auction blocks, separating us. We get to the plantation. We got to watch now Esau buck break y'all in front of us to put fear in us and everybody else around not to run or to buck up against Massa. So not only is the black woman been traumatized from the time she been on the slave ship, she done lost everything, her kids, her man, her king, everybody. I get there and I'm being sold on an auction block. I get to being owned by some white man. I'm being beat. I'm watching you get raped and assaulted anally, made to perform sex acts on other men. I'm watching this shit. They take and rape me and our kids. And this is going on every single day, systematically, every week, every month, and every year. We getting raped, we getting assaulted, we getting beat, whipped, chained up, human torture, hung from trees, and burnt up. We all watching this happen to each other, right? Not right now. Wait a minute. That's good. Okay. So we watching all of this happen. Now, mind you, this is the 4th of July. We in a field somewhere or in the slave quarters while these fireworks is going off. Your ass is still a slave while this is going on. You're still in chains. Then you seeing all this on a plant. Watch that movie, Sankofa. Watch that movie. That movie messed up my mind at 11 years old. You seeing all of this when your ass is still a slave during the 4th of July. And y'all niggas want to get out here and celebrate this bullshit. Make it make sense. How? We were still in chains. So what you celebrating? Being in chains still? Anyway, so this is going to get to my video that I'm about to drop about the white woman's role in slavery. How Kirsten, a.k.a. Karen, a.k.a. Hannah, a.k.a. Sarah, a.k.a. Penelope, a.k.a. Becky, was having sick fetishes over the black man when he got to the plantation. And now, he ain't even getting in trouble for it now. He free to do as he please, date Becky as he want to. Because remember, they fought for the right to date Becky. Even though Becky owned their ass and did all kind of sick, sadistic shit. Guess what? They still love Becky and they still want Becky. You better know that. Even though we was on the boat with them, watching them get broke in front of us, Becky buying them up. Oh, watch the video. Watch how Becky do them. Watch how Becky did them. And guess what? They still gonna run to Becky. They still want Becky. They like Becky's the best thing we ever had. Becky, listen, Becky do all of that. You want to know why? Because Becky's a sick freak. Becky wasn't on the boat getting whipped like a dog, hung from a tree, watching you get raped and assaulted, me get raped and assaulted, our kids get raped and assaulted, and Becky wasn't sold on auction block. So I'm pretty sure Becky isn't traumatized from the slave trade. Becky wasn't in chains for 400 damn years. Becky don't get discriminated against. Becky don't look at us crazy for having kids. So I'm pretty sure Becky's a good rest haven for hoes. Anytime a black man feeling weak or They can just run to Becky. She ain't been traumatized. She Gucci. She good. She ain't got to live with none of that shit. She like, what are you talking about? It's good over here. I bet it is, Becky. I bet it is. She's a Sheetamite. I don't care. You want to raise a nation of whitewashed Steph Currys? That's on you. I bet on black all the time. And I'm not going to stop. So you can hate me, drag me, say what you want to say. But I was the one on the boat watching all of this happen to us. So yes, I probably am traumatized from slavery. I probably am traumatized from the curses of Deuteronomy 28. Yeah, Becky not though. No. Becky not, she ain't gotta be. So when people are like, we won't date outside my race. I'm not. I'm not a slave jumper. I mean a ship jumper. I'm loyal. I'm loyal to mine. Even if mine ain't loyal to me, even if mine been brainwashed to believe that the white woman is their natural savior. They gonna run to a Becky and have a Steph Curry. That's cool, you know. All will be well when we get home. We gonna see if you still want them same Baxters in the kingdom of heaven when you see all this melanated beauty and we living in righteousness. I bet you won't be running to no Becky then. So watch my video on the white woman's role in the slave trade, because her role was very, very pivotal, and it still is today. Shalom.